Hey, welcome to Duke It Out, and I am Duke Watson, your host today, and today we have a special guest, another comedian, the second half of the Midnight Podcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Cool C, and my name is Cordell Respress. I go by Cool C, and I'm also available on Instagram at _great_Corey, Coree. That's how you get me, or on the Midnight Podcast and Instagram.
Yeah, the Midnight Podcast. We got both halves on here, and I'm about to ASMR crack this for you.
Yeah.
You like that sound, guys? Yeah, but here, go ahead, grab yourself a beer. Grab one of these Wild Weaves.
Absolutely.
So, how long you been doing comedy for?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
My whole life, but officially on stage since the week after St. Patrick's Day.
A week after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day, I got kicked out of a bar.
Really?
Yes, I did. I was still 20 on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is like, what, March 20 something?
Yeah.
I turned 21 on April 3rd, and it was like a week before my birthday, and I just went into this bar, you know. I never had a fake ID, but I'd be going to bars, you know,
right.
just like, I looked old enough, and like, I'm not the type to like act scared, like I just go up and order. And
they carded you?
Well, at this place, I had already had a beer. I had already had a beer at my table. I got one. I drank the whole beer. Mm-hmm. And this bouncer walked up and he's like, "Can I see everyone at this table's IDs?" And I was like, "No, I don't have one, sir."
You probably could have got away with it because people aren't that good with numbers, especially.
Well, it's
like you turn sideways.
You're sideways until you're 21.
Got you. Okay, I was about to say a lot of, nothing against the youth, but a lot of people not good with those numbers like that.
If I would have went, you could get your papers a month early. There's like a paper that you get while they mail it to you.
Yeah.
You can get that a month early and they'll mail it to you on your birthday.
Well, okay.
And I could have got my papers. And if I would have handed him my papers, he wouldn't have read the date. So he would have been like, "Oh, this dude just turned 21. Yeah,
look, and I ain't talking about people, that, the young people, because I don't shoot dice. And the reason why is because I can't count that fast. So.
Yeah, me either. I don't count that fast. I want to go to a casino, though, now that I'm 21. Like, I've been wanting to go to a casino and check one out. Like, I want to play some blackjack. I want to lose some money. I want to lose some money.
Yeah, blackjack is fun. My first time playing blackjack was in Niagara Falls, Canada. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I was like, "Hit me!" The dealer was like, "No. You've already won. Get the hell out of here." I was like, "Oh, well, shit. Where my chips at?" But yeah. I'm not much of a gambler because I don't like losing my money. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like really, if I lose $20, I got a stomachache.
Oh shoot! I didn't even set my timer. I'm gonna set one now.
Cool.
What minutes are we at? We're at 3 minutes, so that means I got like. All right, we're good.
Okay.
Gotta set my timer because my camera be shutting off. But yeah, I've never been much of a gambler myself, but I'd love to go try it once. I'm 21. It's new to me. You gotta try everything once.
Yeah.
Try it. Everything.
Why not?
All that shit. All the bad shit too. Try it.
I don't know about all of it.
You sure you don't think? Not the H's, the heroin and hookers. Don't try those two.
I don't think you should try heroin or crack. Not because it feels bad. Because people do crack because it feels good.
Oh, probably. I assume.
Or they don't do it because it feels bad. So why would you try that?
They don't seem to be having a bad time.
No. From what I heard is, it's so euphoric. It makes you feel so good the first time you try it if you don't die. And you'll be chasing that high for the rest of your life.
People say that heroin's like kissing God.
It probably is. I'm sure it is. So if I live to be 100, I might be a crackhead.
Dude, yeah, that's what I say that to my girl. I'm like, if I'm on my deathbed, I want to try heroin one time.
Shoot you up, huh?
Yeah, if I'm on my deathbed, let me give it a shot. Let me see what all that rave was about.
I say after my 100th birthday.
Yeah, if I'm already on my deathbed, like if I'm in there on that respirator, let me kiss God one time. Let me just before I go hang out.
You might do that naturally, man. It's ways to do it naturally, man. You know,
I can meditate and kiss God
through meditation and stuff like this covers your third eye. So this and you know other things that pamper us. You know, it covers our natural things. That's why they say a lot of kids see things.
Yeah, kids do. I saw something as a kid. I don't remember it, but my family tells me this story. We were in the hospital in the cafeteria, and I'm over here waving and talking to the wall. Like I'm waving, saying like I act like I know this person. And my grandpa had died in this hospital.
Wow.
So like it was they thought I was talking to my grandpa, and I saw him there.
You probably did.
And I was waving at this wall and talking to no one, and they were like, that's so weird. And then my little nephew, who's actually, I'm April 3rd, he's born on April 4th, but he's like 8 years old.
Right.
But he when he was a kid, he had a similar experience in the cafeteria of that hospital where he was talking to someone who wasn't there.
Grandpa,
My grandpa's hanging out in the Barberton Hospital.
That's very possible. See, the thing is, like once you get older, you're taught that's not normal. So
they want you to focus on this thing that they call reality.
Right. Reality, and then you get tainted by this stuff and your education, and then you don't see things. And
yeah, they say the dogs and stuff can see them too. But like, what kind of dogs are seeing these spirits, man? You believe in spirits then, like, or go some type of thing?
I do. I believe in a whole bunch of things, man. To be honest with you, I believe that I definitely believe in other dimensions. I believe in
that's what I meant.
Reincarnation. I believe in extraterrestrial. It's a lot of things that like that. Just because we don't see it, don't mean it don't exist.
Yeah,
just like if you if you turn your bike upside down and spin the spokes on your bicycle. You don't see
huffy?
Right. You don't see the spokes. But they're there.
Yeah.
Just because you don't see them don't mean they're not there. You put your finger there, you're going to feel it. So yeah, I think things are there. It's like so many different things that's undiscovered and uncharted. Like if you think of things like, if you ever watched the squirrel, he will run, like if you're walking down the street, you'll see a squirrel run on a tree. And he would try to actually be on the opposite side where you can't see him. So just think of all the things that move or function like that. That's already here, but they don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and there's so much that we can't see. Like plants are singing. You can put a device on them and hear them singing. And if you ever seen the film, the documentary Fantastical Fungi on Netflix.
I was telling you about that.
It's a great doc. Paul Stamos is a genius when it comes to mycology. I think he's like a self-practiced mushroom studier, a mycologist.
That's what I was telling you, Justin, about the... He hooked some device up to the mushrooms, and they had like different tones. And there's mushroom spores that connect all the tree roots under the ground. Like the whole ground of this entire planet is connected through this mushroom spore pathway, and there's these mushroom spores that connect the trees, and the trees can send signals and nutrients through the mushroom spores, and like the trees will communicate with their offspring. Like they'll communicate with their family of trees, and like if one of the trees is struggling to get nutrients, like the mama tree and the more experienced trees will send extra nutrients through this mushroom passageway to help out the tree in struggle. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I never knew that, but
it's crazy.
I never knew that, but that makes sense. You
can't see it. It's going on though.
You can't hear it. That makes sense. Everything that we use,
plants scream when you kill them.
I'm sure. Everything that we use is based off of something that was already here, from like aviation to computer systems and everything.
Yeah. Mushrooms are 3+ billion years old, something like that, like 2.83 something billion years old. They were here a long time before us.
I'm sure mushrooms and roaches are probably the oldest living things.
So
here.
mushrooms are like, so there's plants and there's mushrooms and there's animals. Animals are closely related to fungi because these mushrooms are what we evolved from. We didn't evolve from plants or bacteria. We evolved because there's bacteria, then there's whatever a plant cells of. So plants evolved from this one thing, like prokaryotes or something like that. I'm no scientist, but I just watch a lot of YouTube. And fungi and animals evolved from was the same single-celled organisms. So like we came out of the same evolutionary track as mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. I mean, billions of years ago, way before we were little like rat creatures, because humans are closely related to like rodents and like groundhogs and marsupials and stuff, because like we were related to them back in dinosaur times, and then we were related to monkeys, and then that's what they say.
So basically, according to that theory, Toad is somebody's great granddaddy.
Yeah. From Mario?
Yeah.
Toad from Mario. Dude, I've been playing Mario Kart. I got a Nintendo Switch. My girlfriend, for our 1 year anniversary, got me a Nintendo Switch.
Dope.
Yeah, and she got Mario Kart so we can play a game together. Oh, that's another gnat down. Oh my gosh. A week later and a gnat still down. Even though it's just like an hour later. Oh man. But yeah.
Now your screen going black doesn't mean anything.
No, it just goes black while we record it. But yeah, I've been playing that Mario Kart, and Mario Kart is still so much fun so many years later. Like, I played it as a kid. I could still play for over an hour to this day.
It's a classic game. You know, it's like games have evolved so much from when I was younger.
Yeah.
We had like our small electronic games were like dots. Mm-hmm. And I still don't understand looking at it now, I was like, how did we play this? Our Atari 2600 was dots and squares. Yeah. And when I got one for Christmas, my sister and I, we only had one controller and we played all night. All night long.
Fun game. And then today you can have an Xbox, the newest Xbox or a PlayStation 5, and you can play Grand Theft Auto 5 and you can go play golf, or you can go rob a bank, or you can go sell cocaine and run a complicated cocaine business and steal supplies and make cocaine and distribute it. It's crazy how advanced games are.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto was one of my favorite games. But I always said, like, if you want to see how a person really want to conduct themselves in the world, watch them play Grand Theft Auto. If they just walking up to people and just punching them and stumping them, that's what they really want to do.
Oh, dude, what are you? Nah, I don't think that's necessarily true. Because yeah, I play my missions, but I also hit people on the sidewalks. You know what? You never been in your car and seen some dude on a bike, and it's like you're a grown man on a bike. I just have this, like, you pass a guy on a bike, and you're like, I want to hit you, but I know I shouldn't. You know, you don't have that. Well, every time I pass somebody on a bicycle that isn't a child, it's like, I'm gonna hit this guy.
That's why I
25 points.
That's what I said. Watch how they play the game of Grand Theft Auto, and that's what they really feel.
Oh, dude, I think everybody wants to hit a biker. Inside.
I mean, I bike for I cycle for exercise, so it's like,
what, you don't, in your car you never see a biker and you're like, I should hit this dude. There's no way. You never see some lady pushing a stroller and be like, I should hit them both.
No.
Oh man, I might be nuts.
No. This is what I do feel, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, if I let you across the street, and you were boogieing across the street, but you saw that I am patient, and you slow down, then I might want to hit you.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hit anybody realistically, but you know, you aren't your thoughts, you're your actions. Right. People don't see your thoughts.
Well, you're both.
Yeah, well, your thoughts are yourself. What you do with your thoughts is who you are to the world.
Right. But watch how you do Grand Theft Auto, though.
Yeah. I like to kill people in Grand Theft Auto. But I don't want to kill nobody in real life. Unless they did something deserving.
I think that...
as J. Cole said, everybody is a killer. You just got to push them to their limits.
No, to be honest with you, as men, That's what we think about it. You know, not saying that we're going to act out of, but that's a normal male function.
Yeah, I think everybody, like, you see, like, you have dark thoughts running through your head. Like, you're holding a baby and you're like, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. And then you're like, I could totally just. And then you're like, that's just a thought, though. It's so cute. You just get right back.
Well,
you have that thought, though. That's like, I could
I never
do this.
thought of doing that, but I did enjoy pinching babies. I pinched babies for fun.
No. What? Why are
I
you
pinch
pinching
babies.
these babies?
Because
whose baby are you pinching?
every baby. You don't pinch them hard enough to hurt them. You just pinch them hard enough so they can cry.
You like Theo Vaughn?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Theo Vaughn. He's a great comic. He's from Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
like real poor. He's from a real poor area in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I think he used to be a heroin addict, and he recovered. But he is hilarious. He just put out his second Netflix special, and I watched it. And he makes this great joke about who the hell pinches somebody? Who wants to grab a little bit of somebody and just hurt that little part?
Yeah, look. You be like, can I hold your baby? And they be like, oh yeah, sure. And then you take the baby, and then you pinch him a little bit, and he look at you like motherfucker, and he start. Oh, he don't like me. You give him back.
Oh, I don't even take the baby. Let's be honest. I'm
just jokes. I'm a comedian. That's a joke. I don't pinch babies.
We're all comedians there.
I don't pinch babies. But watch me play Grand Theft Auto.
I want to see you play now.
Because you want to see, when you play Grand Theft Auto, you want to see how many warrants you get. You want to see if you can bring the National Guards out. You know
you want to do
get away and get those warrants down.
Those stars.
Yeah, you want to get those stars up. And then
you ever played Red Dead?
No. Red Dead Revolver?
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, Redemption. No, it's been a while.
I think Red Dead Revolver may have been the first iteration of that game.
Okay.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 might have won Game of the Year with the year it came out. Like It was either a year or 2 years ago. But it is made by the same people as GTA. They make 2 games. They make Grand Theft Auto and they make Red Dead. Red Dead's Grand Theft Auto, but in the Old West.
It's something Star. What is it called?
Rockstar.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Rockstar Games.
Rockstar, yeah.
They're the most advanced when it comes to these open world games that I know of. There's probably some really advanced open world games that I don't know about, but you can do so many things in a Grand Theft Auto or a Red Dead Redemption game. Like, you can interact with these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in Red Dead, you can lasso some dude, tie him up, throw him on the back of your horse, and he's going to talk shit to you while you're riding him on the horse. He's like, where the fuck are you taking me? It's like, oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, I love video games, but
I'm an addict when it comes to my video games.
I used to be too, but unfortunately, I'm ashamed to say PS2 is the last system that I own, and I haven't played ever since. I've been playing, a couple of phone games.
Yeah.
But, I just
got a Nintendo Switch, like I said. And I love that because I'm a Pokemon player.
I work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not working, I'm doing comedy,
mm-hmm.
doing a podcast.
Yeah. I'd be busy, but I also don't sleep, so I'd be staying up till 1, 2 in the morning just playing my Pokemon game. So my week is I only work 6 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
That's cool.
Which isn't that bad. It's nothing. It's good, but I run that shop. We're only open 9 to 3. And so I run the screen printing shop with my dad, and I'm there all day. Mm-hmm. He's out and about a lot, but he's there a lot of times too. But do that, and then, throughout my week, I record podcasts on Saturdays. So my Saturday day is always podcasting, mm-hmm. and then my Monday after work, I do my show. I just am starting to do it back up again. We did 6 episodes, and we saw how we liked them. We did this show called Drunk Question Session. So me and my one buddy Big Tone, who is huge. He is humongous.
I think I may have saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, you might have saw him up at the.
I've seen him.
Yeah, you don't miss that dude. He's huge.
Actually, he bombed one of our pictures before.
Did he really?
In a Lakers jersey.
Okay, yeah. He's 6'6", 6'7".
I remember that.
Huge dude.
Everybody was like, "Who is that? Is he one of the comedians?" I was like, "Actually, I don't know him."
It's just some giant black dude in the background.
Yeah. No, I've seen him. Yeah.
He could possibly be a small bear. I love you, Tony.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to get back into my games. I think I'm gonna once I get things set up how I want it, I'm gonna probably get a gamer PC.
Oh yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you really do it.
Yeah, I saw one that I liked that I was into. But
yeah, and you can hook up like an Xbox controller to that too. And Xbox controllers you can get for a good price.
Yeah,
dude, the Nintendo Switch controller is like $80, but
those are ones that come apart from the game. Right?
Yeah, they come up. So like I have the one controller right now. Mm-hmm. So they're like two little sidebars. They snap on the side of the screen, so I can play it on my TV with. I can snap them into this little holster that feels like a real controller. So I play the game on my TV, but then I take those little pieces out, snap them on the side, and then I can play it portable.
Oh, that's dope.
But when you're playing Mario Kart, you take it in half, and you can use each half of the controller as a Mario Kart controller. Oh. So if I buy one more controller, that means I have 4 Mario Kart controllers and 2 other game controllers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
I haven't bought the online for it yet. I just be playing Pokemon and Mario Kart. But
now, the only Pokemon I know is the Pokemon Go. Is that...
Pokemon Go I play too, but not currently.
Okay.
I actually am like a little bit of a fanatic at that game.
Well, I just imagine where you are by the water, you probably get some sweet Pokemon.
Over here, there's not much because I'm in neighborhood areas. They're mainly in like parks or cities. So like you got to be at like some type of location. But there is a park that I can drive to like 5 minutes away that I can go catch a bunch of good Pokemon at.
Okay. I remember we worked at a place.
I heard about this place. Did I tell you I watched your last episode, the one where you guys shouted me out in? I watched that whole episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked at a place, and it was just strange to see adult people walking around on their phone.
Trying to catch some Pokemon.
They said...
The thing is, Pokemon's been out since 92, you know? It's an older game.
What, not the Go, though, right?
No, the original game, it was on the Game Boy.
Okay.
In like 1992 or 3.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And they was like, do you know how many Pokemons are down? Rare Pokemons are where we were? And I'm like... I'm looking at them
No,
like...
I do not.
No. But yeah, they're especially by Lake Erie, they say you can get a lot of rare ones.
Oh yeah.
Down by Lake Erie.
Up in like downtown Cleveland, you can get some crazy stuff too. There's this place in Canton called Price Park. You get a lot of good stuff there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. I know about my Pokemon.
Okay.
I be catching them. But Pokemon Go's cool. It's fun.
With the world, boy.
Pokemon Go.
No, Pokemon Go is actually a good video game, like for like the world. Like he said that's what's wrong with the world, but like Pokemon Go, the thing that's cool about it is they have every Tuesday and Thursday they have events, and for Pokemon Go you have to go places to do stuff. So they have events. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays there's like a group of people at the park that all have a similar interest, and people make friends that way. Right. I don't make a lot of Pokemon friends. I've got a lot of friends in like I have people in comedy that I talk to. Yeah. I have my friends from high school because I'm still young, and so like I don't have time to be making Pokemon friends, but.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a great way.
It's a great way for people to get out, and then once a month they have a day where they. Who's coming down on my podcast?
Somebody's just coming in.
Hey Annie, what's up, little sister? Are you coming to interrupt the podcast?
Hello.
Oh, hey Cam! Shout out Annie and Cam. Are you guys coming to like watch the podcast or what's up?
I just didn't know who was here, so I came to. Nose
around. Oh, you came to nose around?
I'm Justin.
Yeah.
I'm Cordell.
I'm Annie.
All right, yeah, shout out Annie and Cam. I don't know your guys' Instagram, so I'm not going to shout them out. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't like
mine. So shout out my little sister for coming down and talking.
Yeah, checking it out.
But yeah, they have this thing once a month on Pokemon. Get the animals out of my podcast. The cat and the dog.
Wait to get up in here.
Yeah.
Like, who is that?
Oh my god.
Who is he?
The cat was chilling already when we came in.
Hey. Cash.
And
there you go.
Cash,
Something,
come here.
huh?
This
He
fat
does
boy.
like Caesar. He does like Caesar.
We got look podcast featuring Cash. Have we ever had that before?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. We've never had the dog on the cast.
He's excited. Look at
The cat's laid out over there. The dog's going nuts, making new friends. This is
Cash, let's
hopefully
go.
no one's allergic.
No.
I'm not.
Oh my goodness, he came up to me just like my boy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He
He's
probably
a
smelled him
lover.
on you.
He's a lover boy, dog.
Look at the cat.
The cat's not gonna listen. It's just gonna hang out with us.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but they have this once a month thing where it's like a community day where you catch a rare Pokemon for like, you can catch it from like, I don't know, it's like 10 a.m. to like 4 p.m. And if you go to a park on that day, you'll see like 100 Pokemoners and they're all out playing together. They're doing challenges together.
Wow.
And like, it's a really different game. You don't like, no games like that where it brings people together in real life.
No, that's great. I mean, to be honest with you, anything that can bring people back to people and be social. I always said that the treadmills and the internet is going to ruin people's social skills.
Dude, people don't have social skills.
Right.
You guys seen Nick J? You weren't there last. Yeah, you were there on Wednesday. You saw Nick J on Wednesday. He tells this joke
Which
about.
Like me.
You're a double ganger?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then I know him.
Yeah, Nick J's hilarious. I think he's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But he tells this one great. Oh, we're gonna take a pause. We'll be right back. And we're back. We are back again. I was just talking about Nick J at the Funny Stop and how he tells us a great joke about how like everyone lost their social skills during COVID, and he wishes he had the social skills of an old black dude because like they do small talk right. And he tells this great joke about it.
Right.
I'm not gonna rip his joke on here,
Right.
but like he tells a great joke about. You know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that one always kills me. Like that's one of the favorite jokes. That was probably that was the first time I heard that joke. But that was my favorite joke on Wednesday here last week.
Well, I'm not quite there. I'm an old black dude in training, and I look at them and I admire them because they always ready. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you an example.
It's moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example. This guy was selling hot tamales,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to try them out. So I said, "Hey
Let me
man,
pop one in my butt real quick.
no, that's not it. No, sir. No."
We're still gnat killing over here.
I was like,
yeah.
he was telling me about his hot tamales, the different flavors. I said, "Man, do they smack, man?" And he instantly said, "Man, they hitting and kicking like Popeye's chicken."
Oh my god!
Right off the rip.
He's killing it. He's killing it.
I was like, well, you gotta be back for that. Like, you gotta buy it after he said that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, that's something that you inspire to. You gotta have them locked and loaded in the chamber, man.
You do. You really do. They hitting and kicking like Popeye's chicken.
That's what he said.
That's in my repertoire. I'm using that, old black man.
Yeah, that's what he said.
How you think? It probably sound a little different if I said it.
Yeah, you could work on it. You got to master it. Like I said, I'm 46. I'm an old black guy in training, so I'm working on it right now. So
yeah, I wonder if I could be an old black guy one day.
One day. One day. I don't know, man. You kind of dark. You are.
No, dude, it's crazy because just go ahead, set it back there, grab a new one. No,
I'm still working on it.
But people don't know what I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm white, I'm Caucasian, but I've got some like Italian, Greek in the heritage, so I just got the dark side of my heritage.
Yeah,
and people like I was there at I was talking to Justin about it last week, the show where the crowdwork show. And I was sitting there and this dude was like, "What nationality are you?" And I was like, "I'm white, dude." He was like, "No freaking way." Like the comedian on stage thought I was something different. And at college, this one dude walks up to me at a party and he goes, "Bro, not to be racist, but like what nationality are you, dude? Like, are you like an islander or something? And I was like, bro, I'm white as shit.
I mean, you never know, man, to be honest with you. I mean, because, the way genetics work, it skips generations. Like, like, you may not look like anybody, like your grandparents or...
My mom's like this skin tone, too.
You could take out like your great-grandfather or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, to be honest with you, all life came from Africa. So it's like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
Or from outer space, if you believe the aliens dropped us off here.
You know what? That's another episode. That's another episode.
But to get Justin over here back on the episode. Yes, the aliens did drop us off.
I honestly didn't see my evolution set.
I think that's true for some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I personally believe.
Well, you think aliens dropped some of us off and the rest of us were just kind of like here? Do you think the aliens came down and just like fucked a couple of us, And then like we were monkey people then, and then we got smart. Our babies were smart. Our babies could talk.
Some of us. When I say some of us, I mean some of the human race.
Yeah, who knows what we're really from? Like, if you go back into real scientific like things, they don't exactly know. Like, they know what our heritage kind of is, but they also know that there was other humanoids in that time, and we were interfucking with them.
Yeah, I just believe.
I guess interbreeding's the technical term.
I just think some of us were here and some of us wasn't. That's just what I believe.
Yeah, I don't know what I believe. I just like to think about crazy theories.
Yeah, I mean, it's so many things that's unknown.
Yeah. And do you believe in pigeons?
You talking about the pigeon as being like
They're not real. You ever seen a baby pigeon?
No, I never seen a baby pigeon.
Yeah, you haven't. I know. You can Google them, but the government put those pictures there. There's no such thing. Like, you'll never see a baby pigeon in person.
I never saw a baby pigeon.
Yeah, they actually locked us down on COVID so they could put new batteries in the robot pigeons.
Okay.
That was what happened.
All right.
That's what went down.
Not
They're
sure
watching.
about that one, but okay.
They're watching.
But you know what? It is funny that I used to see a lot of pigeons by my house, but I don't anymore.
You never seen a baby one, though?
Never saw a baby one. And you rarely see baby squirrels, but I've seen young squirrels.
Yeah, I've seen a young squirrel.
But I haven't seen baby squirrels.
But the baby squirrels are up in the nest, up in the trees.
Okay. I've seen young, naive squirrels.
Yeah, I've seen some foolish squirrels, for sure.
Yeah.
I was actually out hunting a month ago. I got a doe.
Really?
Yeah. And
with spots and everything?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Not the spots is a
You
baby.
killed Bambi.
The spots is a baby. Mine was like pretty much a baby. Like its spots were still fading. I didn't know. It was my first time hunting, and I just got this one that was like just over a year old. Like, it's old enough legally to kill or whatnot. But like, if I would have known that I could have waited and tried to see a bigger one, I would have done it. But like, I saw a deer and I shot it. I didn't know it was a small deer.
Right.
But dude, I sat out there for like 10, 12 hours over the weekend, and most of the time I was like just aiming at a squirrel, like, oh, I could get your ass right now. I could put an arrow right through your noggin. And a crossbow. I was sitting there just aiming at squirrels because I was bored. What do you do sitting in a tree by yourself?
Well, we had a coworker that used to see things in the woods while he was waiting. He would photograph them.
Like some squirrels fucking or something?
No. He was like, he'll be like, dude, you see this? It's a whole army of them in full fucking camo, dude. You know, he'll be showing you like,
this dude was crazy. This dude was seeing stuff in the woods.
He would show pictures, and you know what? I can't say he was crazy. Because one time...
We're all crazy.
Well, I can't say that he was seeing things. Because one time, I said he would see things in patterns. And in the woods, he would show pictures. Some of them I would see, and you know, they would be like, to me, like coincidences of branches making men or look like men or faces.
Yeah.
But not to him. Because to me, I was like, okay, it was a coincidence that this branch or this tree made this face or made this image
Yeah.
because of the way you angled it. But he was convinced that they were like government soldiers in full camo and things like that. But one thing that kind of freaked me out was I'm a trucker.
Yeah.
He's a trucker. I drove this older truck that had wood grain.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the same faces. I told him the faces because I'm like, okay, I'm going to just let you know that, I see some of the things that you see sometimes.
Yeah.
And I started the sentence about the faces I saw in my truck, and he finished it because he saw them too.
Now that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, if these gnats keep coming for the pineapple beer,
Yeah,
they'll probably get hammered if they had one sip of this stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I've had
sure.
like 4 of them, and I'm feeling it.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I like these.
Not bad. Cincinnati beer.
Yeah.
I picked up on Ryan Geist when I lived down there for college for almost 2 school years. You come home for the summer and stuff. But
Cool.
yeah, I lived down there. Got hooked on some Ryan Geist. They sold it at the stadium during the games and stuff.
They say Cincy made.
Yeah.
Cincinnati made.
They got a bunch of different beers too. This is just the one that I like.
Yeah, I've seen this.
I like
emblem.
the Truth too.
The truth is what? What flavor is that?
It's like a grapefruit, but it's like more of an IPA. This is more of a craft beer
Okay.
where it's like fruitier, but that grapefruit's got that hoppiness to it.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but like that's what people tell me.
Hoppiness?
Yeah.
Because beer is made with hops.
Yeah, you can taste the beeriness more in that.
The beeriness is more beeriness.
Mm-hmm.
Word. I like it.
It's beerier.
Yeah, it's more beerier. Right.
It's the beeriest of beer.
It's the beeriest of beer. I think that let's see, what's the beeriest of beer that I've tasted? I think the beeriest was maybe like Budweiser.
Budweiser.
That's the beeriest.
That's the national beer of beating your
That's
wife.
the champagnes of beer. No, is that Michelob?
The champagne of beers is
Michelob.
No, it's
No.
Miller High Life.
Miller
High Life.
Miller
not
High
just
Life.
Miller.
Oh, Miller High Life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think the beeriest beer I tasted was Budweiser. Though.
Yeah, Budweiser. It's the official beer of NASCAR and beating your wife for sure.
NASCAR beating your wife.
Yeah, that's what I assume. People who drink Budweiser either beat their wife, watch NASCAR, or live in a trailer.
Mm.
I drink Budweiser. Which one do I do?
You got to make a choice. So what would you categorize Rheingeist? Rheingeist.
Probably the official beer of little pussy college boys like me.
There you go. Turkey foot.
Mm-hmm. Turkey foot.
South Turkey foot.
South
Mother
Turkey
effer.
foot. Wait, should I be saying where I
Probably
live?
nice spot. Edit that.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't live on South Turkey Foot. So, like, you guys can mosey up and down that street and, like, guess which neighborhood. There's, like, 20 of them.
Like,
so
if
good luck.
you're looking for me, that's where I be at.
Yeah. He actually just hangs out on the corner of South Turkey Foot and 619, and he plays a guitar. He's got the case.
Hell yeah. That's where I be at. You know what I'm saying?
Money.
You know what I'm saying? We
Honestly,
keep that guap.
Do you think if I went to New York City, I don't know how to play guitar, but I got one in the case and I just gave it a go, I could make some dough?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Somebody would dig that shit.
Like my band, like I get a banjo. That's what I'll get.
I've always wanted to play the banjo because of Steve Martin.
I just think banjo's the most like who the hell plays a banjo? Like it's so different.
You know who Steve Martin is?
No, I do not.
All right, you got a homework assignment. You got to watch The Jerk.
The Jerk.
You'll love it.
All right, I might know who Steve Martin is. I don't know names like that. But.
Yeah, he's an older comedian. Yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live, and he's one of the.
I've never been a huge SNL guy. Like I watch some clips, but like it's never been my thing.
I understand. The only reason why I watch SNL is because I didn't always have cable. I think.
Was SNL on a non-cable channel?
It was on, It was on a non-cable channel when I was coming up, and Eddie Murphy and a lot of comedians got their start from SNL.
Yeah, I mean, so like the way I grew up, my mom, I'm only 21, but my mom didn't let me really watch more than like an hour or two of TV on a weekend day until I was in high school. And then when I was in high school, I ended up like finagling and getting a TV. I lived in the basement, got a TV down in the basement, so I could watch what I wanted when I wanted then. But until high school, I couldn't watch stuff, so I never had cable, like to just like watch cable stuff. We watched Modern Family and like the two shows around Modern Family as a family on Wednesdays, and then each kid got 1 hour on Saturday, and that was the only TV my parents allowed. And then, then they were like, go outside.
Well, I mean, you know what? That's dope that, that you had like structure like that. I mean, I had structure sort of like that.
My mom's just, she like really wanted us to like do real life stuff and not be inside. And I think that actually benefited me a lot in the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's dope. It's dope to have structure like that.
I missed out on some good references, though.
I mean, it's okay. Because,
there's pluses and minuses to everything.
Well, you can miss out on references, but guess what?
I can catch up.
You can also catch up, but that also means that, that your style is original. You didn't get influenced from much. I'm a product of everything that I watched. I mean, I'm a product of Saturday Night Live and Living Color and Mad TV. I'm a product of that. My humor, anybody that I found funny is like where you can get my humor from.
So I started watching stand-up comedy back in probably like 2014, 15. I just watched a little bit of Kevin Hart because he was all the rave everyone was talking about was Kevin Hart. And this was right when he was getting into movies, and so I watched a lot of. He was probably in a couple smaller ones, but right when he was becoming the star in movies and stuff, and his specials were out on Netflix, so I started watching him, and then I got into Netflix comedians, so Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer, Rogan, Chappelle, people who had stuff on Netflix. So I got into those guys, and then I've started to venture out, and like right now, I think my favorite comedian is Mark Norman. He's got a special on Netflix. Not on Netflix, on YouTube that is freaking hilarious. And Mark Norman, on any podcast he's on, is hilarious. He was on Rogan. And we're back, and we have no idea what we were talking about. The camera died on us, and we kept it going. But we charged up the battery here for about 20 minutes. We're going to hope to get another little segment here before we wrap it up. So we're going to see what the camera can do for us. But, alright, I forget what we were talking about. We've been talking a lot about different things in the comedy spectrum and the comedy world. Where do you perform at, besides the Funny Stop on Wednesdays?
Funny Stop, Front Stage.
What day do you go front stage on?
Every Friday we're normally there at the front stage. Actually, we have a show coming up December 3rd. If you want to come, if anybody in the Cleveland area come, is this going to air by then? Or?
Yeah, this should be, okay, so episode 1 comes out Sunday, and then the next 2 weeks will be YouTube. So, like, 3 weeks from now, yours should be out.
Okay. If you're in the Cleveland area, come check the Midnight Paco podcast live. You'll be able to see Cool C and Justin Fuller at the front stage. Showtime is 9 o'clock. Tickets are $10. It's the old Severance. The Severance Mall, the movie theater. That's where we'll be performing at. So. Come check us out. It's going to be a good show. The other comedians that's going to be on the bill is to be announced. But for sure, the Midnight Paco podcast will be there.
I'll hop up on there.
Hey, contact
It's not our show.
It's not your show.
No, it's not our show, but, we will be there. Midnight Paco podcast will be there.
Okay.
And the other comedians are to be announced. It's not an open mic.
Yeah, let me know who the guy is. I'll send him my clips.
Absolutely.
And then I'll see if I can get up on there.
Sure.
I need to get on some shows. Dude, Wednesday, this won't be, this will be over by the time this comes out, but Wednesday we're all going up, and is it the semifinal? The last semifinal before the finals.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday the 17th, and then I think there's one more day that we move on to if we win.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a 20 plus person set, and he's probably only taken like half of them.
Okay, and I've performed at other places too, but a lot of times it's because of scheduling. It's not saying that I won't perform at this place, but basically because of my scheduling, I'm only able to do Wednesdays or Fridays.
Okay, yeah. What about Sunday night?
I'm gone. I'm on the road.
You're on the road on Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say because I do bar. I did Barmacy last or 2 Sundays ago, and I'm going back again tomorrow, and I'm gonna keep doing Barmacy on Sundays for a while.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's not like sometimes the crowd's great, sometimes there's only a couple tables, but
Right.
it's that bar crowd. It's getting out of the comedy club, so these people are here and they don't know comedy the way the people that go to a comedy club do.
Right.
So like you're actually testing your skills a little bit with these bar crowds. So
Yeah.
I've been getting into that, trying to,
I'm down for
hone
that.
my craft.
Yeah, I'm down for that, but it's
If you're ever down, sign up 7:30 on a Sunday night at Barmacy Highland
Okay.
Square.
yeah. I don't have any objections or anything against that, but it's like normally you would want to perform at a place where people came to.
Well, it's a comedy show. Like they know it's a comedy show.
Well, I've been to the
Sunday
Barmacy
nights.
before.
Yeah, but you can get people who were just at the bar and were like, "Oh, comedy show? Let me
Right.
check it out."
Right.
There, you can get the different crowds, so like it really helps you because like as you're working your way through the comedy world, there's going to be a lot of shows where it's not perfect like a comedy club scene.
Oh, we've experienced that.
Yeah.
Midnight Paco has experienced that. Matter of fact, at the front stage, the class of 1975. Okay.
Dang, sounds like my type of ladies.
Yeah. So it was some hotties there, but I ain't gonna front. But they were there for their class reunion, and they wasn't having the comics at all. They wasn't. We were invading their class reunion, so they really wasn't feeling nobody. But they enjoyed Justin Fuller. They enjoyed Justin Fuller, and they were kind to me, meaning that they pretty much booed and heckled everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that with me,
Oh, nice.
and they loved Justin. Justin was out signing autographs and taking pictures and shit.
Signing 70 class of 75 titties. I see.
You know what?
The only memory I have of a class reunion is I was out at the town tavern. I was probably 19 years old at the bar. My older brother and my older friends are buying me drinks, and I'm sitting at the table, and these ladies from this class reunion in like the 80s, they're like in their 40s, late 40s, late
46.
late 40s, early 50s, and they came up and they're like, "Hey, you're so cute. Will you do a couple shots with us?" And I was like, "I ain't got no money." And they were like, "We'll buy you all the shots." And so these ladies bought me and my brother a bunch of shots, and I love older class reunions from now on.
There you go, man.
I had to get an Uber.
So, like, when did you start doing comedy, and who are your comedic influences?
Oh, I started doing comedy in, I have it on my calendar here. I think it was in late August.
Of this year?
This year, yeah. I'm only like 4 months in.
Okay, because the holiday was the 19th.
Yeah. Let me see. I have it actually. I put it in my calendar as like a date to remember or whatever.
Was it anywhere near August the 19th at all?
Let me check August the 19th. August the 18th, it could have been.
It should have been the 19th.
19th is a Thursday.
That's the holiday.
That is Ashura.
That's the day when Cool C was born.
Oh. Let me look in 2022 because I might have marked it in like 2022 as the day to like remember.
2022.
Yep.
Hasn't came yet.
August 18th, 2022 will be my 1 year in comedy.
Oh, okay. So the 22nd.
The 18th.
The 18th.
The 18th of August.
That's what's up, man. Hey. So I'll never forget that because it's the day before my birthday.
It's the day before your birthday I started doing comedy.
But basically, like, that's the day you officially went out and told jokes. I'm sure you made people around you laugh.
Oh yeah, I've always been a comedian.
Yeah.
I've always been looking for laughs.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
I've never wanted to, like, I don't know. I've never saw the world the way that I feel like most people do.
Yeah.
I see the world in a very peculiar way. I think, like, I know some people might think this is a little dark, but I don't think anything matters. I think we're all here.
Excuse me.
We're all here for no reason because we're just here because that's how it is. And so you get to, some people might look at that as negative, but how I look at that is we're here for no reason. There's no purpose. Why are you focused on bullshit? Just focus on what you like to do and like really work hard toward, like you get to make your own meaning. You don't need to find meaning, create your meaning. For life. So like that's how I see it, is like my meaning for life is like I love doing this podcast. I love putting out content. I love doing comedy. More than anything, I love doing comedy.
Right.
But like I just kind of made I see the world as like it's all kind of these systems that don't make any sense, so why focus on them? Focus on what you want to do.
Well, yeah, and I agree with that to the point that I think everybody's here for a reason.
Everybody could be here.
I believe everybody's here for a reason, but you may not know what your purpose is. But see, the thing is there's a grand architect of the universe.
Yeah, but there could be. I'm kind of agnostic, so it's like I don't know what it is. It could be whatever.
Right.
I think a grand architect of the universe is very likely.
Oh, yeah. There's a grand architect of the universe, and everything has a purpose. Whether you realize it or not, it does.
Yeah, but I think people who are trying to find purpose a lot of times get lost in the idea that you have to find this purpose. Your purpose is wherever you're at to keep moving. Like, keep moving in whatever direction you feel right. Like, you don't got to find anything. You have it right. You have everything you need.
Yeah, I mean
everything you have.
But even that's a purpose, though.
Yeah.
Even that's a purpose. Like, for example, you like to make people laugh. That can save a life.
Yeah, exactly.
So that could be your purpose. Because you don't define it as a purpose. You know, the grand architect knows.
Yeah, you don't have to know what your purpose is.
You don't have to know.
I get that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That's good.
Everything has a purpose, though. So it's like
you, me, midgets at a circus. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Lil Dicky, the Brain.
Yeah.
Or Lil Dicky and Brain pillow talking. You have to watch that video. Oh my gosh, I wish I could play it on here.
I forgot all about Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky, pillow talking Brain. That is one of the best music videos you will ever watch because it's such a story. It's so funny. It's literally him talking to this girl after sex, and like they realize that they're like completely different minded, and they get into this little debate, and it's a 10-minute song, and it's amazing though. It's a whole story, and he plays the girl and the guy, and he makes this amazing conversation. It's aliens to the meaning of life to dinosaurs. It's so much fun. Yeah. Such a fun song.
Well, like I say, I think we're all here for a purpose. Some people. A lot of times people are not doing what they're, everybody is born for a reason they were born. A lot of times we're not doing what we were born to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like everyone has unlimited potential, especially when they're young. Like, your potential is unlimited from that moment on. Like, a newborn baby could be anything from Hitler to the next president that saves the United States. You can be whatever from birth. You could be anything from there. So your unlimited potential at that moment of birth, and your potential does decrease over time because, if you're 60 years old and you wanted to be a comedian your whole life and you never did it until you were 60 years old and retired, or 65 and retired and realized, I want to try this now. Your potential to be the amazing comedian that you could have been has shrunk since you were a baby. If you started that when you were, 30, 40 years old, you would have 20 more years to do that. So the moment you start it, your potential's unlimited, but you can limit your potential by not being willing to try the things that you want to try.
Well, see, when you say you can limit your potential, to me, that's what school does.
Yeah.
School,
I think it limits potential.
Absolutely.
I don't think school's perfect, but I don't know if how so would you say it limits potential? I don't know exactly how I'd say it limits potential.
Well,
I don't like the way our schools are. Don't get me wrong, but I want to hear what you're.
Well, I think schools limit potential because schools are designed to make people institutionalized. They start off institutionalized
kids.
You start in this work program. You know, you have a boss, your teacher. You have
Right.
a higher up. Your
They make
principal.
great employees.
Yeah, no, schools are meant to make employees. They're not meant to make entrepreneurs or artists.
Exactly. So
it's not where you come from. Is school.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that is designed to keep you boxed in, even from like.
The system, man.
But think about this. Think
Right.
about this here. It's designed to teach you how to be a worker, but also from being in school and realizing you're not this standard person who can follow this system, and that you need to do something creative. And the school actually teaches you what the heck is going on the camera here.
What do you say?
It might have been maxed out on footage, but we'll keep rolling and we'll just throw a picture up for the end of the podcast. I want to keep this conversation going.
Okay.
The video, it's more about what we're talking about, but
Okay.
yeah, okay, but you can learn the lesson that you are a creative type or you are work for yourself type, like an entrepreneurial type, from going through that system. You don't learn what they're teaching, but you learn that you're a different type through that. What they're teaching doesn't seem right to you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Getting at here?
absolutely.
It does teach that in some ways, but it's not an intentional teach.
Oh, it's very strategic. The way it's set up is very strategic. It's set up. It's set up a way that, you know, unfortunately, is not equal. Like I can start the school. You and I could have started the school, and we could have took the exact same classes, but my future may not be like yours.
Yeah.
You know, by me being a black male, you being a white guy. That's, you know, and a lot of the history. Only thing solid in the educational system, I think, it's math and science. That's it. Nothing else.
I don't know if it's necessarily solid. So let me spit you some
numbers don't lie.
Let me spit you some information on how we here in the state of Ohio oppress black students, and not only black students, but even, it doesn't matter what race you are, if you're from these underprivileged communities, how your school education is ripped from you as an Ohioan. So in the state of Ohio, when you pay your property tax, a percentage of your property tax goes to the local school system. Mm-hmm. So if you're from a poor community, it's a smaller amount of money that goes to these schools. So if you're from a poor community, an underprivileged community, any of these kids living in this community, which are predominantly black, these communities get less funding in their schools, so they don't have the arts programs, the good coaching on their sports teams. Because, like, if you think about it, yes, the education might be the same curriculum, but the teacher who's willing to take that lower paycheck might not be as good as the teacher who's willing to go to the nice school, three districts over, that pays her well, and she wants to put in her energy because she's getting paid well.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me, man.
So, but think about this: if they taxed the entire school, if they taxed the entire state property tax, right? And say it's 10%. 10% of property tax goes to school districts. Right. Say that's whatever it is, right? 10% of the entire state property tax goes to school district, and instead of distributing it on where it came from, and saying the poor communities get less percent because they're from a poor community, which is an unfair system, you go, all right, we're going to split it up on the amount of students that live in this, that go to school in these districts. So the school with the most kids gets the most money, the school with the least kids gets the least money, but they're all getting an equal percent based on the student. So that means no matter if you're from a poor community or a rich community, your school education is the same dollar value. No, it might not be the same still, but it's the same dollar value.
No, and that would make sense.
A lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, Duke. But guess what, man? No, that's an interference with the design, man. You can't.
It would help the system so much.
I mean, it would, but the system don't want help. The system is designed the way it's designed, bro.
If someone pushed hard enough for it, I feel like they could pass that. At least in the state of Ohio, you know?
I mean,
that's a progressive thought.
It is. It's a progressive thought.
It's a nuanced opinion on education, but...
Man, we can go about this all day. But my thing is, if school was, it was designed and I don't have
factory workers.
Well, to create
we go off the same
employees,
school.
period.
We go off the same school system that was built to create factory workers. We haven't changed the class style since 100 years ago.
First of all, well, let me just tell you this: like schools in certain areas was created to keep investments going.
Keep investments going. How so?
Investments in the prisons. Okay.
In prisons.
In prisons, and it starts at the third.
Fuck you, Michael Jordan.
Well, you know what? Michael Jordan is a businessman making money.
Prisons, so.
Making money. So morally, do I agree with it? No. I'm familiar, but I'm not. But it sounds like a person that wants to make some money.
Yeah, you definitely. I mean, everybody wants to make money. You're going to make money where you can make money.
But it starts with the kids in the third grade.
Yeah, like I've been saying, I've been watching that show 60 Days In, and they're in those prisons. Like, you see, these are just jails. These aren't even prisons. I know people who have spent some serious time in prison. Well,
you got to think, like when I say they start off the third grade, that's the protecting investment. See, when I was coming up, a kid that was getting suspended in like kindergarten to maybe middle school was unheard of. Now it's common.
What, getting suspended all those times?
Well, getting suspended from kindergarten.
Oh.
All the way up to middle school.
Yeah.
That was unheard of when I was coming up. Now it's common. And what that is doing...
To get suspended for that long?
No.
To get all those times?
Just to get suspended, period. I rarely heard of a kindergarten getting suspended from school.
I got suspended in 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade.
Like I said, when I was coming up, that was unheard of. See, kids are still impressionable at that age.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even 4th grade, too. I don't know.
Yeah, this is some new shit. This is some new shit that they started with the suspending of the young kids. Like, I would say within the last, I'll say 30 years. But see, the thing is, what that did by you being
suspended, getting shit in your sink.
When you get suspended as a young black kid, what that does, it starts a paper trail on you.
Yeah, it does.
Which is which is like a future investment in the prison. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
So that's what I'm saying. It starts in the 3rd grade, and you said you were suspended all.
But also, you could say it was teaching a lesson.
No, not at all. What lesson? If you get suspended from school, say you were fighting, you get sent home for 3 days. What is that teaching you? Some Fortnite. You can play some Fortnite for 3 days straight without going to school.
Yeah, that would require parents being like, "Oh, you got suspended. You're grounded too."
Okay,
like you need both of those aspects to teach the right lesson. In that circumstance. And a lot of
but your
don't
kid
have
works.
That.
Your parents work.
Yeah, exactly.
So
a lot of kids don't have
what lesson are you learning at home?
Being suspended.
Exactly.
You're right. I agree with that. So suspensions are bullshit. Because I got suspended and I got to go over to my grandma's house and
ate cookies.
I was about to say, yeah, that's what I did. I went and ate cookies while I was suspended. I ate cookies and I baked with grandma and we went and helped some homeless people at the shelter.
You were rewarded for bad behavior. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
And that's why I smoke weed now. I'm just kidding.
They say smoking weed is a gateway drug to other things. So with that same concept,
I don't do no heroin, but I would.
Well, with that same concept, Duke, the fact that I jack off, that means that I'm supposed to be raping women right now, right?
Okay.
Dude, no. That's gateway is bullshit.
It is.
That's such bullshit.
It is. They try to criminalize and make marijuana seem like it's such a horrible thing.
It's not.
Well, it's basically...
It's less harmful than alcohol or nicotine or tobacco.
I agree with you. Same thing with, I never seen anybody that smoked a blunt and be like, I'm about to fuck everybody up in here.
Yeah. You never seen somebody, like there's people who will pop a Percocet, which is a legal drug. A legal prescribed drug. Yes, people are taking it illegally, but there are people who will pop Percocets, which is a drug that you can be prescribed by your doctor, and go shoot up their friend's house. It happened in Cuyahoga Falls with some guys I know about just earlier this year. People shoot people up on a drug. You're on a Percocet or a Xanax, which are drugs that make you they're numbing. One's an anti-anxiety, one's an anti-pain, I think Xanax is a benzodiazepam something, diapha something, And those benzos. So benzos are benzos and alcohol are the only two drugs that can kill you from withdrawal. So if you're an alcoholic and you drink all day every day and you quit, you can actually die from your withdrawal.
Interesting.
And if you're on Xanax every day or other types of benzos and you try and cut off cold turkey, you could die from your withdrawal.
Wow.
Those are the two, and those are two legal drugs.
Right.
Xanax is prescribed to a lot of people with anxiety.
Don't leave out sugar.
Sugar is not technically a drug, though.
It is.
It's not a drug.
It is.
Sugar is a compact carbohydrate.
Crack. What's the definition of a drug? And what are the effects of drugs? Sugar does all that, bro. Sugar is a drug. And kids are
but you're right. What is a drug though? Why are these drugs drugs?
Sugar fits all the definitions that anybody can give me. Sugar fits in.
All right, let's hit the Googster right now and get the definition of a drug and see if we can fit sugar into it. Let's do this. This will be fun.
Let go.
All right, definition of a drug. A drug is a medicine or other substance which has a psychological effect when ingested or otherwise introduced into the body.
Sugar don't do that.
I don't.
Hyper. Sugar has a reaction. I'm not talking about sugar cane. We talking about
thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, go. Have you ever seen the show Explained on Netflix?
No.
Okay, Explained is 21-minute mini documentaries about different topics. They have one on sugar and all the fake sugars that they make, like all the what are they called? Like Splenda and Sweet and Low and Saccharin and all the different fake sugars. They have an episode on all that. And they talk about it, and they say there's a lot of misconceptions about sugar. I wish I could quote the episode, but oh man, I don't. You said that it gives you that hyperness. It definitely does.
It gives you hyperness, and then like, have you ever craved sugar? Have you ever craved something sweet?
Oh yeah, you always crave something.
You know why?
Sweet. Yeah, but that's not because it's a drug.
You don't think so?
That's because
your
sugar,
body is liking something.
Well, that's because the reason we like sugar as human beings is because when we were half chimpanzee, half human.
Some of us. Go ahead.
Some of us are half chimpanzee.
Some of us.
I think we all were. I definitely was.
No, I think some of us.
I was definitely one of those monkey people.
Some of us.
Yeah, but when we were when we got fruit, which is high in sugar, sugar is the most effective food source. It keeps you alive. It gives you energy. It's the quickest to enter your body. So your body rewards you for getting fruit. But when we have moved along in history, a couple 10,000 years later, and we can make sugar like that and have refined sugar, we still have that craving for sugar that kept us alive 10,000 years ago.
Okay.
But we have enough food where we don't need that sugar.
Well, let me just explain.
We still have that historical craving.
Let me just explain something to you. Fire changes everything.
Fire.
If I set fire,
mushrooms are why we evolved.
If I set fire to you, you would change. I would change. Fire changes everything.
Yes.
So, excuse me. The sugar cane is a plant at its natural state, and you get the crystallized sugar, and fire is involved. It changes, just like the weed plant. Like if you ingest the weed plant, there's a lot of
nothing's gonna happen.
Well, no, you might have some effects from it.
I don't think you can get high unless it's activated through heat.
Well, THC is in the plant, so you're going to have an effect from it, but you may not get all of the medicinal benefits from the plant if you set fire to it.
Yeah, because if you were to make edibles, like if you want to make cookies, you can't just put weed in. You have to actually activate the THC through some. I wish I knew I'm going to Google what the process is called.
Ask the master. How do you how do you do it, Jay? Yeah, you can eat it and get high, but I'm just saying that when you
it's called, so you call it decarbing. It's actually called decarboxylation.
How do you do that?
And so what you do is, if you're going to make edibles, you set your oven to, I think, 245 degrees, and you actually bake the weed at 245 degrees for 30 minutes to activate the THC, because the THC won't affect your body. You could eat as much weed as you want, and you're not going to get any THC until it's been activated.
That's the effects of fire, right?
Well, heat. You don't actually catch it on fire for that. When you actually catch it on fire, when you're burning a blunt's like over 600, 700 degrees.
Yeah, but the point I was making is that the heat
it activates
changes everything.
You
versus the whole plant.
If you just ate...
Same with sugar cane and sugar.
You wouldn't get high.
Same with sugar cane and sugar.
You got to activate it.
Heat does, but sugar is a drug. That's all I'm saying. And it's very different from sugar cane.
I don't know. I've never eaten sugar cane. But
you haven't? You never ate raw sugar cane?
Raw sugar, that's what I'm saying. From that documentary, is that raw sugar and sugar is literally the same thing but ground differently. It's just an advertising thing to tell you that raw sugar is different than sugar. In your body, it reacts the same way.
Well, sugar cane...
But I don't know about sugar cane, the actual plant.
Sugar cane.
Not that raw sugar you get at Starbucks. That's the same as Domino sugar. It's the same shit.
No, that Domino sugar and shit like that that's a drug. It's a lot of things that's out that's like dangerous, but nobody really talks about.
Everything's dangerous.
Something's more dangerous than
to
others,
be alive, though. Oh yeah, it's dangerous to be alive, though, and everyone's out here acting like it's supposed to be safe. That's not how this world was built. It's not how we came to be here in this safe world. 100 years ago, people would freaking duel in the streets with their pistols.
What people were doing it?
Plenty of people. 100 years ago.
Yeah, what people though?
A president of the United States won a duel, the 10th president of the United States, and that was less than 250 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, people
come from this crazy history of insane, like bears just would attack your town and eat a couple people,
or cats.
Yeah,
obviously.
Back in the day, my cat attacked Cool C during the break. But oh my gosh, but animals would just come and eat some people back in those days. Like, that's a crazy occurrence now if an animal eats an American. We're in this really different society that's insane compared to anything that's ever existed. And we have the internet, so everyone knows everything about anybody in a minute.
At any given time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my opinion, in my experiences, like, animals only attack because of misunderstanding.
Or they're hungry.
Misunderstanding. They think that you're food, or
you are food,
or you're too close to their kids.
Yeah, but most
misunderstanding.
But like, if we didn't kill most of the bears and wolves, there'd be bears and wolves eating people because we are food to bears and wolves.
I you know what? To wolves, I think our babies would be in danger.
Wolves can take you out. Two wolves, they travel in packs.
I think I will fuck a wolf up.
One, but they got six of them motherfuckers.
Well, maybe six.
Yeah, they gonna bite your Achilles.
But two, I could
You're gonna be fighting the one in front of you, and one's gonna come up behind you, bite your Achilles out.
Okay, so when people,
coyotes eat you asshole first.
Coyotes would get fucked up by me.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
they don't kill many people, but they will eat you asshole first if they get you.
Probably so. They like chitlins. But here go the thing. Like, most people, when they get attacked by dogs and stuff like that, is because they like, get your dog. We're not fighting back. We're covering up. Get your dog. But if you hit that dog, you could probably survive that.
Yeah.
You know. So I will fuck a wolf up,
dude. You could. There's people who could survive a fight with a lion. You know,
I don't know about that.
You could.
I know my boundaries. I know where.
But like, you could get, like, if you react right and you hit it in its eyeballs, there's people who could get away from that circumstance, and there's people who wouldn't.
Lions and bears, bro. Look, one swipe at your face is gone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But lions bite at you, so if you put your forearm up and you start punching it, instead of letting it get to your neck, you protect your neck with your forearm.
that's not nothing that I'm willing to test.
Hey, I'm not willing to test it either.
But a
But
wolf
I
will
know.
get fucked up, and a coyote will too.
The coyote's small, wolf's big.
I would fuck a wolf up. But a lion or a tiger? No, I don't think I would.
I don't think I could fuck one up either. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's people who do survive those situations.
Yeah.
Lions, jaguars, tigers are the biggest of them all.
Yeah, a jaguar. I don't know. He's fast as fuck.
Yeah, but there's people who survive. If you punch them right,
Like
they're
your cat,
"All right, I
like
give
literally
up."
Cole, like fucked me up in like 1 second. So imagine him like times 10. A jaguar, bro.
Mhm.
Like if your cat was a jaguar, I'll be gone.
Yeah,
I
know.
would be
People-
bleeding out right here.
But there is people out there who survive that shit because they're tough and they fight back.
I hear you.
There's some crazy. There are probably some crazy motherfuckers who have survived that stuff though. Like I wouldn't mess with if this guy if like some guy was trying to start a fight with me and he was like, I survived a jaguar attack. I'd be like, you know what, man, I'm cool.
Well-
We don't need to fight, sir.
Well, let me tell you something. You know when people be like trying to look hard.
Mm-hmm.
All
You ever
right.
survive a jaguar attack, pussy?
No. Let me tell you let me tell you somebody that I ain't gonna fuck with. If he's staring you down, right?
Mhm.
And a fly or a gnat walk across his eyeball,
And he-
I'm not. No, it just walk across. Period. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, and he don't flinch and he's staring you down. I ain't fucking with you. You got this one, man.
Me
You got it,
That
baby.
dude's insane.
It's your world, man. It's your world.
Do what you want, sir.
You know, like if you let a fly like walk across your eyeball without flinching or nothing, he's staring you. Man, it's your world, baby. I ain't messing with you.
All right, man. I think it's about we're getting towards an hour and 20 minutes here. It's about time.
Yeah, man.
time
I
we
ain't
do
talking
the-
about nothing.
No, we're good. I think it's about time we wrap it up though, just because we don't have any more video going. So
Yeah, man.
the last about 15, 20 minutes are going to be a photo. I'll throw up a photo of the Midnight Paco podcast advertisement for you guys.
Hey.
So we got the second half of the Midnight Paco podcast this week. We had the other half last week on episode
And the video
2.
gonna mess up on the black dude. Ain't that some bullshit?
Yeah. No,
Some
just-
bullshit. Racist ass camera.
Just imagine some eyes and teeth in the black screen you're seeing.
Bullshit.
Oh, dang.
Eyes and teeth. Ain't that a bitch? The fuck?
Oh my god! Thank you for coming on, man. I had a great time with you on the podcast.
I got
today.
attacked by the racist ass cat and the camera. There's some bullshit over here, Duke. What the fuck's going on?
I'm sorry, my cat's a racist, man. I'm sorry. I didn't plan on my cat being racist.
I thank you for having me, man. I had a good time. You're a cool young dude, man. Your parents cool. You came from cool stock, man. That's how you know.
All right, man. Go ahead. We'll give a shout out one more time to your Instagram and your podcast. So go
I
ahead,
am
get that
Cool
out.
C. I am one half of the Midnight Paco podcast. You can find me at _great_Corey COREE. Or you can reach me at the Midnight Paco podcast on Instagram as well. That's where you can find me. Shout out to Duke, man. A young guy doing some positive things out here. You know, he come from good stock. You know, subscribe to him, subscribe to us.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe. Go ahead, check out their channel. Go ahead, check out Justin Fuller's video from last week if you didn't see it already. I'm real happy to be working on the Duke It Out podcast now. It's not very different from the Dream Tour podcast, but it's just feels more myself. It's named after me, and I'm working on presenting my story and not necessarily the dream story. But don't worry, there's still going to be some dream stuff on the channel. Just wait and see what's coming out soon. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming on. And
Thank you for having me.
have a great night, boys.
Peace.
Boys and girls. Boys means everybody, in case you were wondering.
She's